Photographs, candles, tucked under the stairs. You'd be forgiven for initially overlooking the modest shrine, were it not for the roughly carved wooden figurine, waist height, sat off to one side. This is a shrine to Sirius, angel of romance, war, and negotiation. If it weren't for the candles, you easily could have mistaken it for a shadowy heap of discarded belongings, awaiting the weekly rubbish collection. Tonio's been maintaining it, but he's the only one. Among the usual photographs and candles, people have left mysterious items. A single house slipper, a dusty magnum of champagne, a small pouch filled with some sort of musky, sweet herb. And scattered throughout, wedding invitations, faded, creased, RSVP dates years in the past. It's customary to invite the angel to festivities, to bless the union. You are cordially invited to celebrate the joining of Mr. and Mrs. Pascal Kavanagh on Enatos 3rd, 92. According to law, a blessing from the Dog Star should ensure a union that lasts 30 years, minimum. You take out the little off-white rectangle, red inked lips glinting in the low light. With a soft flutter, the card drops onto the shrine and into the dark pile of offerings. It belongs here. Across the world, the people who wish ill upon you are struck with a sudden weakness. The shadows shift and grow long, candles flickering, the air thickens around you. Each prayer counts. They should not be wasted. The red slips of paper hung overhead undulate gently as you step back. A large framed board with the title Residence printed across the top. The title and initial entries are printed in thick, embossed ink, but over time, names have been crossed out or added with rough pencil. You read the list, including the crossed out entries. You read it again. There is no nuits. The list appears haphazard and poorly maintained, which no doubt suits Estoc perfectly. You come away from the wall. A postbox with drawers numbered 1 to 12. The whole apparatus locked at the side with a single keyhole. No nuisances. The building manager wasn't lying. A name change, perhaps. That lock's shit. Begging for the bang of a pry bar. Surely you'll be able to tell which is Estee's drawer from the contents. Cigarette butts, poker chips, crochet patterns. You slip your pry bar expertly into the side of the postbox. You hardly need to apply pressure. It comes undone with the slightest leverage. Shoddy maintenance, Tonio. The mangled flap of metal hangs limply, leaving the letters and parcels within exposed. Dozens of names you've never heard slip by you. Subscriptions, advertisements, unopened letters from years ago. Their recipients dead or relocated. Suddenly, a familiar phrase catches your eye. The Noscarentis Review. Enough poetry. Move on. In one drawer, you find a macrame catalogue and an envelope addressed to a name you do not recognize. Kavanagh, but stamped from the Portofino offices of Emter. All mirrors angled to reinforce the same image. A cover as life. She hated Emter, but understood its lumbering bureaucratic movements. Seems she's put that knowledge to fine use. Seems like they return her phone calls at least. The address on the envelope reads Kavanagh, but inside is a check marked SD Newitz. Kavanagh must be her husband. His name alone on the address. Apartment number 4. It seems nothing has changed but her life. SD, married. This can only be a desperate attempt to blend in, not like a real husband. A life sacrificed on the altar of her cover. Target acquired. You slink away from the scene of petty crime. A plain canvas satchel hangs from a coat hook. A pair of colourful rain boots sit on the ground below it. They kept a pair of feet dry as they stood in ankle-high water in the basement of a magazine office. She must be staying here. You scour the smaller pockets inside, but find only pens, paper clips, sticky notes, and an ancient pacifier. Gummy rubber tip gone brittle. You give it an experimental suck. The nipple is uncomfortably hard against the back of your front teeth at first, but it softens as your saliva coats the rubber. Sour, funky staleness. A bit of lint from the bottom of the bag fuzzes against your tongue, but you taste none of the telltale earwax and aspartame flavor of ecstasy. This is a normal pacifier, for normal infants. It's never been in contact with drugs. The satchel was virtually empty since you took the book out. There's nothing to exact retribution upon. You turn back to the alley. Totally at odds with the subtitle, the cover catches your eye with a flourish of surreal violence. Don't trouble yourself with jargon or theory. The only psychology you need to know is how far you can bend someone until they break. In weaker offspring, this often manifests in the form of personality disorders. Gross stress reaction, obsessive compulsions, fear and trembling, schizophrenia, mania and depression. Chronic predisposition to failure, propensity for running networks into the ground. Very occasionally, the offspring may overcome these disorders by developing their own false self, thus becoming their own shadow mother. Inconclusive, lack of significant documentation available. It's a clinical study, not a comprehensive diagnostic of an entire class of disorders. Other works are also available for mail order through Treffer University Press. Within the Grudging Sanctum, on pathological cartographies, the erotics of self-sabotage, the womb wanderer, a treatise of hysterias, borderline personalities and other feminine ills, devotion, depression, deviation, the daughter problem. You return the book to your belongings. A plain canvas satchel hangs from a coat hook. A pair of colourful rain boots sit on the ground below it. The rain boots might as well be a bullseye, but it's the satchel that your eyes focus in on. You turn back to the alley. You have arrived at Este's doorstep. The last time you spoke was the day your network blew. You called her back like you said you would, didn't you? Cascade. I just need an hour. Call me back. S-Doc. Okay, Herschel. I'll call you within the hour. An hour passes. Cascade. I wonder where Esty is. She never called. I'm very hurt. Of course it is. That's the official transcript. No one can argue with the official transcript. You avert your gaze from the door to the shoe rack. There's shoes, 2 pairs. A little sweeping brush. Nothing left to do but apply knuckle to door. Soft steps approach the door, then stop. The loud click of the bolt echoes through a cavity in your molar.
Hello, for Esti.
The old man beams at you, adjusting a dial attached to a gadget on his right ear. He watches your lips, then smiles and nods twice.
Please call me Pascal. Nice to meet you. You are? Come in, come in. Esti's in the kitchen.
He steps back and waves you in with a loose hand. You don't have any photographs like this. You don't even know this many people. The one you should never have taken. The one that wasn't even yours. As you look, you start to make out men who resemble Este's husband. The children must be his family. Este never mentioned the family of her own, but it looks like she's married into a huge one. If Emta found out she worked with you, would they use these children's lives against her? Something for your back pocket, in case she tries to refuse your request. You can tell he's smiling through the kiss, his eyes wrinkled tight at the corners. You turn away from the sideboard.
Kitchen's through there.
He gestures towards the adjacent room.
Yes, many little avenues for happiness. 3 years. Happy time. Oh, I was the postman. She always kept such a clean postbox. Started making me tea and, well...
Oh no, and we fucked up his postbox. He shrugs and winks.
Yes, it is. Us old people need love too, you know. Thank you. So kind. Okay then. Bye-bye.
Hello back there. Just give me one moment. New cafetiere. Fiddly little thing.
She hums happily to herself, fussing over plates and cups. She hasn't seen us. We could still run.
Lovely weather we've had, don't you think?
Her shoulders stiffen at the sound of your voice. The humming stops.
Herschel.
Mouth set in a grim line. Slight twitch under her right eye.
What a surprise.
She pats her left hand dry on the tea towel hanging from the cupboard. There are tiny little daisies on it.
Yes. My husband let you in, yes? So,
Fuck.
biscuits? I'll just put a selection onto a plate. I have some new ones, actually. Chocolate. We can. It will be nice catching up over biscuits. To what do I owe this unexpected visit? Our enemies? I haven't heard from Novesta in 5 years. Yes, we do as we are assigned. You put me with Emter, you abandoned me to Emter. With Emter, I remain. But you didn't. And I dealt with the consequences. I was hunted by an enemy that surrounded me. I had nowhere to go. Nobody to call.
She lowers her head to stare at the red checkerboard flooring, at a point about 2 feet from your right foot.
What did the opera do with you after you extracted yourself? Archives, Makes sense. But you're out now. In theater, I take it.
You hear someone laugh, loudly on the roof above.
I've built a happy life here.
That was a threat.
Your presence in my apartment alone is dangerous for me. How did you find the address? Incredible. And you didn't even bother to bring it up with you. Pascal is going to be devastated about that. Pascal is a very kind man. I am lucky to have him.
She sends a worried look to the door. Pascal sits beyond.
Pascal's family. He has 3 brothers, each of whom have 3 children, all under 10. We spend every other weekend out at the coast with them. It's wonderful. The youngest, Maggie, just turned 6 months. Loves mangoes. Isn't that something? A baby with a taste for imports? I didn't have a mango until I was your age, probably. Operants almost never have children. Personality, lifestyle, fear. Is there any other career that makes your life a non-life, I wonder? I know that. I have none of my own. A non-life is one which you cannot live for yourself. As an operant, for everything you do, you must consider who you are not, rather than who you are. I will not put his safety at risk for anything. I am not. I am a civil servant. Did you ever marry? No, I don't suppose you would. Work-related. Right. Take a seat. I'll make us that coffee.
She spins towards you, arm raised. Your former asset is mid-lunge, weapon in hand, eyes trained on your neck. 2 cups worth of coffee beans are about to hit the floor. Times are once again dire, operant. Your own shadow is turned against you. An advanced cognitive maneuver could win the day. An auto-injector loaded with a medical syringe. Oh, fuck. Bitch means business. The remembrances tell of a word hidden for centuries by a convent of isolated nuns, then stolen by Probable, who told the opera that it means subdue in a long dead tongue. Too close, already in motion. Snatch it out of her hand. SD hurtles towards you. According to opera law, there was a secret convent, crystal-worshipping nuns, who spoke enchanted words, issued irrefusable commands. They lived in secret until Opera and Probable infiltrated their ranks and stole the word for subdue. No sign of the word itself, eclipsed totally by the memory that probably slipped into the ritual hall disguised as a feral cat. Your former asset's hand connects with your neck. A short, sharp pain.
There. Now.
Your vision begins to blur. Your cerebral cortex crackles and hums, little distant fireworks.
Relax, Herschel. It's just sodium thiopental. Truth serum.
Doesn't bode well for the whole secret assignment thing. Your vision begins to blur. Your legs tremble. Swan dive, face first. You feel heavy, fun. Your eyes close, open, close. Esty sits across from you at her kitchen table. Plastic tablecloth, assorted plates.
Good. You are back. What you are feeling is sodium thiopental.
Truth serum. Uh-oh. Eyes sore. Vice gripping skull. Gonna get squished. Fight it. Awake.
Yes, yes. We'll take all that as read. Now tell me what you're doing back in Portofino.
Eve. Aid.
In order to...
Is what you meant to say. Uh-huh. Fucked it. What did we say? Oh, yeah. Oopsies.
No.
An immediate change in her. Pale, hollow. She puts her hand to her mouth and drops it. She can't look at you.
No. No. This can't be real. I can't have this. Melita. Who is Melita?
Your controller's name. No.
Your cunt? You taking orders from your... No, I don't care.
She exhales, shakes her head slowly.
What you have just told me, you have never told me. Understand? How could you come here? You lead them to me. The Weeping Eye are always watching, Herschel. Don't you understand? They're not like the opera. They are everywhere. They are merciless. They will find everyone you have spoken to. They will torture everyone. They will assume guilt, and they won't care if they are wrong. You've doomed us all.
Broken before they even touched her. Nice.
I have a home, a job, friends, family, a loving husband. I am not down, and I will not be brought down by you and your mindless sense of worldly dissatisfaction. Believe me when I say this. You are not the person for this job. There is no way the opera seriously thinks you could pull this off. This is suicide. You should quit while you can. You're playing a loser's game. 1,000 ways to fail, no way to win. You are cannon fodder, at best. I will not. No. We cannot have any part in this. Get out, Herschel. I wish I'd never met you.
Bad news. It appears that Estop no longer considers herself your direct report, or your asset, or your friend. It will be fine. Just get her a nice card or something. Old people stuff. There was a card rack on the ground floor of Photo 24. Why not? Can't get worse.
Back for more sodium pentatone? I think you've said all that needed to be said. What did you call us? Your whole sick crew? What about it?
She shakes her head, slowly.
It's a wonder he made it past 40 the way he lived. But I'm guessing it wasn't the drugs that took him in the end. Who was it? You are following him to the grave, then? No, of course not. I never even heard from him when we actually worked together.
Her lip curls. She lifts her chin, an expression of pure contempt.
She was picked up by the weeping eye. Tortured.
All systems go down. A brief but total outage.
I haven't. Torture changes people, Herschel. Something that sounds obvious, but the extent of it isn't. They know the truth of what we can do to one another. We all do what we have to. Your hands are not clean. Don't be delusional. I was hiding from them myself. Unlike you, I'm aware of my own limitations. Don't you dare call me a coward. You weren't here. You were safe. Sorry to hear that. He was young. Was it to do with the network, or...? Then we're living on time stolen from him. I'll say a prayer. I don't know. Nothing can be done. Nothing. Back in Rustam, I hope. Agreed. I bet you do. No. No. Poor man, he was doing so well. It's the pressures of the job. Oh, shut up. You've never been good at the work. He'll come back to himself eventually. I believe in him. Same way as you. Oh, for God's sake, Herschel. The communists aren't good for anything, except making themselves miserable and believing themselves better people for it. Look at you. And they betrayed me. They left me here to die.
Her face does not change.
I suggest you persuade her to stop. I will not. I don't want to know that. Now stop. Stop. Stop it! Yes. I didn't. I'm still here. It was an internal investigation.
The shadows under her eyes deepen. She swallows.
I passed. Nerve, planning, attention to detail. They executed the interviews with a maddening bureaucratic precision. Every file, every movement, every sneeze accounted for. I started to hallucinate. Imagine crimes I never committed. My hair fell out. I thought I was made many times. What now? Yes. It's called macrame.
She takes a drag of her cigarette, looks at the macrame.
I wasn't always like this, Herschel. I was ambitious, principled, effective. I had the follow-through that you lack. I had a streak of successful assignments and every reason to expect I was in line for a substantial reward. Then you came along. Shut up. Stop.
She's just playing hard to get.
I am not Herschel.
Enough of this insubordination. She is your asset. Compel her to obey.
Goodbye, Herschel.